Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Hmm? Hmm? Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Okay, give me just a second. I lost my drink. Hmm. Where did you go, drink? There you are. You silly. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. Welcome back to Spartan93 Gaming. I am your host, Spartan93, aka Firehawk5150, aka Lucas. And we are back in Hollow Knight, where we are taking on the Spirit Master. And I am currently having my ass kicked. So it's fun. I am dying a lot, and I'm seem to be figuring out the patterning, but we'll see how it goes. As far as our schedule goes, Thursday we will either be in GTA, Sea of Thieves, yada 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 yada. Helldivers 2, Minecraft, Uno. We will see. Ooh, that was loud. Then Saturday we will be back on the build table with either the Iguan or the Raven Raptor. And then next Tuesday back in this. So yeah. Huh. Ha 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 ha. My brain stopped. Yep. My brain stopped. Okay. So we just did the schedule. Oh god. Go ahead and hit the follow button because we are 160. We're at 162, and that's 8 away from our 170 follower goal. So feel free to hit that follow button. Help get us recommended and suggested to the people who would like our content. And also, if you would be so kind as to like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell over at our YouTube, Spartan923 at YouTube, where all of our videos since day one are. From the crappy beginnings of 3 to 4 games in a session to the crappy now, which, yeah. Then, if you really want to help out the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because subscribing not only gets rid of those pesky ads, but it helps us out with server fees, maintenance fees, groceries, model kits, and diapers for little baby Bray. And feel free to join our Discord, which I will promptly try to add the link to. Hang on. There we go. Boom, bada bing, bam, boom. There we go. All right, and with that, I don't have much else to say, so let's go ahead and get on into the game, shall we? Okay. Ow. Ow. Yes, Clay Dude stream is back. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me again. Soul Master. Why'd I say Spirit Master? Damn! Oh, man! I really don't know how I was doing good against that guy now. But most likely we may be doing Sea of Thieves because it did have a pretty interesting drop for content. Unless GTA drops something substantially more interesting than custom seas, I don't think there's going to be much of a competition. That is true. But we still need to try to tinker with Sea of Thieves a bit before... because I'm trying to figure out how to operate the dang thing. Because I tried logging into Sea of Thieves last night to check out the thing, and it looks a little involved. But I would like to set up a map where I could, like, have Megalodons spawn in so that we could actually hunt Megalodons. Sure, a lot of people be like, oh, if you just spawn them in, how's that actually hunting them? I'm like, you make them accessible. Like, more readily accessible. You're not, like, plopping them in. You just making the chance a bit higher. And it's not like we'll get awarded for it. I mean... Alright, let's give it another shot. Oh, man. There we go. Did I meet anyone cute on vacation? Not really. I wasn't really like looking for anybody, so I was mostly there spending time with Rio and Bray, so like anything like that, no, I wasn't looking. Not really even looking for anyone at the moment, so interesting question, but ah. Damn. Oh. and before people start thinking anything, I mean, yes, I do know poly was mentioned in uh, one of our conversations and stuff like that, but I don't think most of you understand. Pan doesn't work like it. Though Pan does work with poly, it doesn't work like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna start looking for people. No, I really need to get to know people before I even consider like anything poly wise. So it's not just like, ooh, they're attractive, let's go date them. No, it's nothing like that at all. It's usually started with a conversation. So and I'll tell you right now, poly relationships are not just, oh, let's just go sleep with everybody. It's a lot more work than you'd think. The boundaries need to be set, understandings need to be met. It's a whole lot of more than just, oh, let's all just sleep together. It's not like that at all. And trust me, there's a lot of heartbreak sometimes if it goes wrong. There's a lot of ways people can take advantage of you or try to take advantage of you. It's also really got to watch out for your health and everything, so they require a lot of patience and a lot of understanding. So the thing is if you have a hard enough time with a relationship, you should not even consider being in a poly relationship. Because poly relationships require a lot of trust. If you cannot bring yourself to trust one partner, let alone multiple partners, then that's something that you need to really, really think on. I do know that with how it would work with Rio and I is that I do talk to people and like chat online, stuff like that. But if it's going to become like real life, her standard is she has to meet them and she has to approve of them. If she does not approve of them, then it is not happening. And it can stay online, but it will not happen in real life. And I respect that. I'm not going to go sneaking off behind her. I'm not going to go doing anything like that. If she says real life's not going to happen, real life's not going to happen. And I respect every bit of that. So, and the thing is you can't get jealous either. And you have to trust your partner to set up their boundaries and stuff like that. So, here's the thing: if Rio was more of a physical kind of intimate person, and some guy, we were to bring in some guy into a polycule, I have to trust her to. I have to trust her to have her boundaries be known, and that guy respects them. And if she has to tell that person that, hey, these are my boundaries, if you don't respect them, that's not going to be how it works, then that person should respect that. If they don't, then she has every right to bring me in, and I would say, hey, this isn't working out, you're out. And yeah, so, and I mean, it takes, and that's another thing with trust, because you're not just trusting a person in a relationship, you're also trusting them, like, with knowing things of your life and other things. I would say one thing I would recommend to anyone getting into a poly relationship is never meet at your mailing address. Meet out somewhere in public. Um, because once they know where you live, you're kind of in a bit of a thing. So. Damn. Ah! And that's where the trust factor comes in. So you need to be willing to trust this person with where you live, that kind of stuff, like your time schedules, all that kind of thing. So that's another key thing. And you need to set out boundaries immediately. If it seems like it is heading there, you need to all sit down and go, okay, so this is how it works. This is like when we are available. This is best times to contact us. We prefer to go like here, here, and here. Stuff like that. Like this is where we cut off the boundaries. This is where we settle the boundaries. Like some polys are comfortable enough to say, oh yeah, I'm more than willing to say, yeah, come meet my family, stuff like that. Some are like, no, I do not want any type of meeting of families or anything like that. This is our relationship, no one else's business, that kind of thing. So last poly relationship ended badly because guy becoming very jealous of me doing things with your husband, despite knowing I'm married before. Yeah, that's the thing, is you need to set... so, when it comes to a poly relationship, you have partners. Or most of the ones I've seen establish partners. And usually there is one called your nesting partner, which is the one that you are like is the most important, like numero uno, so to speak. And like they are who you live with, they are who you are like been in a relationship the longest with, that kind of thing. And so usually a lot of people will have their nesting partner, and then they will have partners outside of that. But for me, with how it works for me, is my nesting partner, aka Rio, sets the standard. Meaning Rio has an equal say in anything that I do. And if she gets a bad feeling about it, I trust her gut on it. So... And jealousy, that's the thing, is you can't have jealousy. And, I mean, the thing is I get, like, squabbles where, hey, you haven't talked to me in, like, this amount of time. I'm kind of jealous that you're spending more time with so-and-so than so-and-so. Like, okay, well, the reason I spend more time with this person is, number one, So let's say I'm in a poly relationship and we have another person who's like, hey, you're not spending enough time with me and you seem to always be spending time with so and so. Well, uh, Rio is my nesting partner. I live with them, so I'm going to spend more time with them. I have a child with them, so I have to spend more time with them than anything else. But I understand that this bothers you, and we shall make time to make it work. And just so we'll sit down and work out an arrangement so that you'll be satisfied, and my duties as a dad and nesting partner are capable of being taken care of without straining my relationship with my nesting partner. So, and yeah, and the thing is that I kind of have a bit of a three-strike rule when it comes to jealousy because if you're getting jealous, that means that you are not. It. I mean, it. At first, I'll be like, okay, I can understand because number one, I have a full-time job, and a lot of my time is devoted to my work and coming home and taking care of my kid and all that other stuff. And so, yeah, I can lose track of things and stuff like that. But as long as communication happens, we can work things out and do that. If you still think that's not happening the way you want, well, then we need to sit down and have a conversation and figure out what is upsetting you about things, because apparently and then so yeah, and Chelsea just doesn't have a thing. And by the third time, be like, look, you seem to be getting bent out of shape about things that we have set in all these motions and all this. So this is the last chance to explain what your needs are. And if we can't make those needs happen, then we need to discuss, we need to see if this is going to even continue. Because I can't be having some angry, jealous person around my family or anything like that. And if we have to, take it to other means of, like, you need to stop coming over. If you don't, we will be calling authorities, stuff like that. Hopefully it never gets to that. But, yeah, it's... Yeah, it is a long vetting process usually for a polycule member. And also, with Rio and I do know that discussed, we said that if we do have like another polycule member, they have to be comfortable and safe around a child. So. And that's a whole nother factor I have to keep in mind, too. And the thing is, I leave the option open. I would leave the option open. I'm like, look, you are not beholden to us. You are welcome to, you're welcome to be in a relationship with us, and you're welcome to go see other people. If you need like someone more on the line of a nesting partner, then by all means do that. I won't hold you back, and I won't judge you for it because, hey, you're already. That's the thing, is that if you realize that you're more jealous than you feel loved, then usually that's a sign that it probably isn't for you and you should get out early. And sometimes, like initiators of the relationships sometimes just step back and say, okay, you're showing signs of what a person who can't handle this kind of situation are showing. Now, we want you to remember you are an equal here and stuff like that. But I mean, we've made an arrangement, and if this arrangement doesn't work for you, then maybe we need to stop now before this gets too severe, and so on. So, all right, let's try this again. Oh, shit. God damn it. God damn it. Oh, I killed myself on the spike. Ah. Yeah. And also another thing about poly relationships is that they don't all have to end up in like one polycule. It can operate somewhat like a open relationship as well, where Where was I going with this? Well, look at it in the way that Rio's in my relationship is. She being Ace, me being Pan, and very, like, active sexual. Uh, I would want someone that's willing to be physical and such like that. She'd probably just want someone for more, like, friend companionship and maybe light intimacy, nothing sexual or anything like that. And so I would probably have a partner that, so if Rio approved of it, I would have like a partner that, like, hey, I'd like to go out and maybe have a little fun tonight. Would you want to do that? And they'd probably be like, yeah, okay. And that would probably be the extent of our relationship. Not saying that we wouldn't care about each other, but also that they'd be willing to, like, be able to, like, hang out and talk with Rio or something like that. Would be something as well that I'd be like, hey, this person's not going to be physical with you, but they still would like to, you know, get to know you, stuff like that, and have you hang out and be friends and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so. But that is a huge misconception that people think that poly people are just hunting around for more partners or anything like that. No, it is a lot of work and a lot of setting boundaries and conversations and communication. So number one, if you aren't willing to communicate, if you are easily jealous, and if you are not comfortable being in a relationship of more than one person, then it is not for you. And I highly suggest don't get into it, because all you're going to do is stress yourself out and end up getting upset and possibly ruining a relationship that you'd still want to be friends in. So I'm just saying. Gosh, dang. Wow, okay. Guy wrecked my ass. Not in the phone way. And we're back. Welcome, JC. Love to see you as always. Live, die, repeat. Live, die, repeat. Alright. There we go. As a pan, what do you look for in a person? Okay, so like I said, being pan, you look. It's more about personality uh, than it is about looks or gender or anything like that. So uh, I'm guessing this thing is what do I look for, like in males and females when it comes to like what I'm looking for pansexually and stuff like that. Well, with females, I like independent-minded, strong-willed women that are capable of that are open-minded, willing to stand up for themselves, that kind of stuff. Uh, yeah, and yeah, yeah, and let's see here. Between my partner and he doesn't demand I get his permission to meet up with someone. Uh, he doesn't demand I get his permission. It's rare to find someone I want to meet up with, but when I do, I just tell him that I'm going to meet someone, and he says, okay. So polymorphic do different. Yes, it all depends on the type of boundaries you set up, and that's how it works. It's almost like a contractual agreement uh, built on trust and patience. So you can't just. It takes a lot of maturity as well. Like meaning, oh, they're giving each other a hug. Well, they do care about each other, and I care about them. I would like to hug them too, so I shouldn't be jealous because I could hug them if I want to. So, yeah. But back on the question of like what I find attractive, since it's not really gender I'm attracted to. I like. If I was to say I have like a type of like female I look to. Like I said, I like strong and I like independent, open-minded, able to stand up for themselves. I kind of dig the tomboy a bit. If I was to say, I kind of like the tomboyish charm. Uh, when it comes to guys, I really do not like jocks. Jocks annoy me. They I every any jock I've been with has always been a very huge disappointment. I mean, I did have one. Uh, Hello, JC. But yeah, when it comes to guys, jocks just annoy me. 'Cause I gave them a shot, and it's. I mean, it can be fun, but also just. It's kind of demanding, I guess. Ah! I hope you have a good night, JC. So I believe that's leaving for the night, I guess. But yeah, I mean, in college I did date a jock for a little bit, and it was kind of... It wasn't bad. Hi, Freddy. It wasn't bad. But he was... Number one, it was a pretty physical task with the guy. I mean, I honestly do not really think he was... He never really did anything like romantic or anything like that. He'd like, oh, we can go out, but usually we'd end up going to a bar or something like that, and it wouldn't like even be like a fun bar. It'd be like a sports bar, and if you find sports fun, I guess that's fun for you, but it wasn't for me. Always wanted to hang out with his buddies after practice, and it would... The thing is that I'd go to like his games and stuff like that, and I'd be happy to see him, but I think he was also like a bit closeted in the sense of he wanted to be in a relationship, but he didn't want anyone to know he was in a relationship. So that was something that we discussed a lot, and I remember I was like, look, I'm fine if you are not ready for this, but you have to tell me that you're not ready for this, because if this is too much, I don't want to have you just run off it one day and just be hiding from me because you're afraid your buddies are going to find out or something like that. And that's fine. But you need to tell me. And then, of course, it ended up becoming a thing where we just kind of slowly drifted apart. And, like, it'd be, like, where we would have, like, a night, like, every other night we call and talk to each other or hang out or have plans or something like that. Um, then it would come down to just like a few text sessions, and then the text would become like a text every other day or something like that, and then we just drifted off. And uh, I think like last conversation I had, I just wanted to confirm because I met up with him in person for lunch, and I said, "So are we done?" I'm like, I just want to know if we're done, and he was like, "Yeah, I think we're done." And it's like it's not really anything. I just don't think I'm ready for a relationship or anything like. And I took that as like I'm okay with that. Like it was fun. It was fun to what degree it could have been fun for me because, like I said, sport. Wasn't really a fan of sport. But yeah, sports are boring. I mean, to me, where anyone else can sit around and watch people run down a field and stuff like, if it's your thing, good for you. I'm glad you love it. I really, really, seriously, truly. And if it's something you like, I would sit down and enjoy it with you. But if it seemed like the game was pretty much settled and stuff like that, and there seemed to be no reason for me to stick around, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm done. I pretty much know who's going to win. And then if it ends up being a huge upset and the next day is like, oh, hey, did you hear that so-and-so brought it back at the last... Oh, like, you can tell me about the next day, and I'll be just as excited as if I was there that night. So... Ag! Oh, wow, okay. What is... Slot car RC racing? That's something. What is Marble? Marblo 1 sometime? If it counts as a sport. What is Marblo 1? All that stuff. A marble run where marbles are racing. Oh, yeah. I've seen those. Those are pretty neat. I, I kind of like watching the guys with like the wide Hot Wheels tracks that like do circuits and stuff like with different cars or race monster truck die casts down them to see who goes the furthest and all that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to consider a sport. Um, I mean, one thing I do love watching is the. Have you ever seen those slap fights where it'd be two guys standing over a table and they just wind up and smack the hell out of each other? Those are hilarious to watch because usually it's like one guy comes in not expecting it to go the way he thinks it's gonna go, and like he'll smack. Oh, geez, look it up on YouTube, buddy, because uh, there'll be like one guy, he'll smack someone, and the guy will just kind of shake it off, and then that guy will come back and he'll knock the guy out with a smack. It's just ridiculous. It's just hits so freaking hard. And it's so funny because you'll see the one guy do a smack, the guy will walk away, you can tell it kind of hurt him, but he's shrugging off, then he comes back, and then he winds up, and then the other guy just goes limp right when he gets smacked. It's hilarious sometimes. I mean, you feel bad because the guy's genuinely knocked unconscious. I mean, I'm not someone to revel in someone's pain, but you watch it and you're like, oh my gosh, he just went full noodle. And then and it just goes completely limp. Like just one guy comes up, smack, and you just see him drop to his knees and head smack on the padding they have, and it's just ridiculous. Checking something. Sorry, I have an editor for my novel going. I am here. Okay, I am here once again. All right. Got that one. You got that one. All right. All right. Let's get our ass kicked again. All right, Soul Master. Got him. Ah, damn it. Oh, come on. I've got a nice number of... what are those even called? I have a nice number of Geo. Mm. cheeky boss to fight. Yes, I know. It's kind of annoying. Damn it. Yeah, it is a bit cheeky. Alright. Oops. Alright, let's see how this goes. Ah! Huh? I just died a lot. Forgot how much this game fatigues the hell out of me. No, come back here. Get back here, you stupid elevator. Jeez. Come here, you. There's dead me. Yep, got my ass kicked again. See how much I can avoid. Okay, let's get our ass kicked again. Oh, hell, why'd I jump? Ah, died again. Might try that one next. We'll see. Excuse me, my phone is dying. Alright, let's watch me die again. Naga. All right, let's try the other one. See if this does anything. Looking through all these patterns. Ah! I was doing really good there. Alright, 9 minutes. Let's see what we can do with 9 minutes. Okay. So, now I've got another plan. I'm going to go try to get my body back. And then I'm going to see if I can make it up to... See if I can make it back up to the top ground. See if I can buy another piece of mask. If it exists. There we go. Oh, that killed me. All right, so we're going to call it there. Thank you guys for coming out and spending time with us. We greatly appreciate it. This video should be up sometime tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Central U.S. time, so please feel free to check it out then. As far as our schedule goes, Thursday, most likely Sea of Thieves, unless something really, really, really epic comes out in GTA, but we'll see. Saturday we'll be working on either Iguan or the Raven Raptor, so definitely keep your eyes open on that one. New model, new build, gonna be awesome. So yeah, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell over to YouTube, Spartan93 at YouTube. We're also at 162 followers, so that's 8 away from 170 follower goal. So hit that follow button, tell your friends, hit the follow button, and help get our stuff mentioned and suggested to people who would like our content. And if you really want to help out the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because subscribing not only gets rid of those pesky ads, but it helps us out with server fees, maintenance fees, groceries, model kits, and diapers for little baby Bray. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. Remember to get out there, discover, explore, create, innovate. We will see you here next time on Spartan93 Gaming. Love you guys. Take it easy. Oh, man. A lot of dying. But learned a few things, so we'll see.